Okay, as you see, we're in a beautiful lobby of one of our current clients, and I'm going to demonstrate to you how to dust. And this video will be all about dusting, from high dusting to low dusting. So we're going to start with high dusting. Again, I don't know how much you can reach, but as far as you can, with everybody gets provided a duster that extends. Just carefully. I see some cobwebs, that's why I'm doing this. Do that. Okay, now if you want to follow me over here, tops of picture frames, and then like right here in this beveled edge as well. And then obviously we would do the top of this. Now if this had fingerprints on it, we would do more than, I'm actually dusting this off as well. We would do more than dust, but this does not get touched. So this duster is sufficient. If you follow me, window ledges, pet peeve, need to be done once a week. Now, not everybody has curtains, but if you do, you have to pull them back. I see a difference between where the curtains were and where they aren't. And so once a week, dust the ledges, making sure you're getting in the corners as well. And that should do it for this demonstration. So in this video, I'm going to show you a few more things to do when cleaning a lobby. As you see here, we have some leather chairs. This area doesn't really ever get used, but it will get dusty. So we're just going to take our duster and we're going to dust off the chairs. You see a little table here, just going to dust it. Continue with the chairs. And then for this glass table, because no one ever sits here, there's never going to be a fingerprint. Check it, but you know, I can tell you right now there isn't any. So we're just going to dust it and put the magazines back in a nice fashion. And if you want to follow me, you'll see a bench over here. And again, not something that's going to get super dirty, but if you never dust it, it will get dusty. And then, as you see here, we have some baseboards. And this is all just once a week. And also, if you're dusting this, you would like to get underneath it, because I'm seeing spider webs, okay? And again, if you keep up with it like that every week, it's not going to be a big deal. In this video, we're going to demonstrate how to wipe counters and tables in a lobby entryway area. This particular counter, these counters here, do get touched by people, so we're not going to just dust them. We're going to actually wipe. You can either spray your rag or spray the counter. We're going to spray our cloth. And there's actually a mark right here that I see. We're going to see if that comes up with some, it did. So that's an example of why we're wiping and not just dusting, because there's marks that come up that won't come up with dusting. So if you want to follow me here, Dana, if there's anything on the counter, obviously you want to move. And my rag is still damp enough that I can continue to use it. And we'll just continue along here. Even like you want to kind of try to get underneath this, not just skip it. And we'll just finish off right there. Another important thing we do in a lobby is dust mopping. Now, check with your manager, check with the checklist to see how often you are supposed to dust mop. But minimum once a week. More likely, if you're in a building 5 times a week, you should probably dust mop every time you're in a building. So I'm just going to give you an example. There's some debris and whatnot on the floor here that we got from actually dusting that fell off this wall. So I'm just going to show you the reason it's important to use a dust mop and not just try to vacuum like a hard surface floor is you cannot get along the corners when you're vacuuming. You cannot get in like these little areas like that. And frankly, it just doesn't do as good a job. So the reason we provide a dust mop is for you to use. And I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, but it's not just meant to sit in your closet and look pretty. So please try, we're insisting that you use your dust mop when you clean a lobby or any hard surface floor in a building. And again, I'm going to get on the other side of this mat, and you'll see what I'm doing. I'm putting the debris under this mat because we'll just come along and we'll vacuum it up. So that's just a quick example of how to dust mop a hard surface, especially in a lobby. Okay, in a lobby, after you dust mop and before you wet mop, you can have debris on your mats. So we're going to go ahead and do a quick vacuuming of mats. So put the vacuum on the mat, turn it on. Wow, really picking up some stuff. Just got to be very thorough to get everything off the mat. And if you can't get it all up, that's why you have this. All right, and just make sure you put it back correctly. All right, that's it. Last step in cleaning a lobby or entryway would be mopping. And again, the blue mop is for anything that's not the bathroom. So all non-bathroom floors. You want to wring it out so it's damp and not sopping wet. That is super important. And Dana, I don't know if you can see this glare on the floor. There's like some sticky things here. So I'm just going to demonstrate mopping. We'll start here. You want to go in a back and forth motion like this. Now, if I saw something like that, I would make sure, give it a little bit of scrub, make sure it comes up. And we'll come back over and look when that dries and see if it came up. So you want to follow me? I'm just going to finish off at the entry point to this lobby. And you always put the bucket behind you so you don't have to walk back over the floor to grab your bucket and have feet prints on your floor. So again, back and forth. You want to use your legs as well as your arms when you mop. You don't want to do this. Okay, you want to be moving with the mop. I call it dancing. You're dancing with the mop. Instead of dancing with the stars, you're dancing with the mop. You get paid more to do that. Thank you very much. I'll be here all night.